you're already muted. And make sure this doesn't fall down in the middle of our class. Okay. Maybe I can scoot this a little closer to me. That looks good. Okay. Let's do it, Eddie. So let's just start in a comfortable seated position today. And as you settle into your seat, if there's any little stretches you want to take, maybe reaching your arms up, maybe rolling your shoulders or your head. And then as you're ready, just finding your seated meditation. So sit up tall, close your eyes. You can rest your hands in your lap, or you can bring your hands to your heart. And then take just a moment to tune in to your inner body. So on the inside, what can you notice? What can you feel? Notice any emotions that might be present. Any physical sensations that are there. Notice the rise and fall of your breath. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Hold at the top and see if you can sit even taller, take up even more space. Open mouth sigh, let it go. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, fill up. Take that pause in fullness, extra sip. And then big sigh, release. One more round just like that. So fill up as big as you can. Sit up as tall as you can. And open mouth sigh. Let any heaviness just wash away. Let it go. Seal your lips now and start to breathe just through your nose. But Ujjayi breath comes all the way down from your diaphragm. So in and out through your nose, and really feel and hear your breath as it moves through your throat. See if you can feel your diaphragm expand. So all the way down underneath your ribs, feel an expansion there. Each exhale, empty all the way out. So take a moment just in this seated meditation to really connect with your breath and to deepen your breath. Keep your breath moving in this way and just start to move your arms along with it. So inhale, take your arms out to the side as far as you can and reach all the way up as high as you can. Palms face each other, pinky fingers turn in towards each other. And then as you exhale, reach your arms out to the sides, palms facing towards the ground. So reach out like you've got a great big wingspan, and then hands to the ground at the end of your exhale. So keep breathing in and out as you move your arms up and down, this slow, intentional movement, reaching out as wide as you can, reaching through your fingertips. It's like as if you were making a snow angel in the snow and you want to make your wings as big as possible. Keep the length in your spine, keep the length in the back of your neck, and keep a softness through your face. Think of this as just a moving meditation. So notice, feel, observe, notice how your shoulders feel. Notice how your fingers feel. Next time you inhale and your arms go up, stay there. And then as you exhale, turn to your right and bring your right hand down behind you. Left hand to the outside of your right knee. Gaze back over your right shoulder. Take a few deep breaths into this twist. So sitting up as tall as you can, broaden through your shoulders, collarbones. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Good. Take one last breath, maybe using your arms as a little bit of gentle leverage to twist further. End of your exhale, come back to center and reach both arms to the sky, stretch tall. Other side. So exhale, twist left. Bring your left hand down behind you. Right hand to the outside of left thigh. Sitting up tall, breathing deeply, intentionally. So keep that ujjayi breath, that diaphragmatic breath. Feel that expansion underneath your rib cage. Take it all the way to empty as you exhale. Last round here. End of your exhalation, unwind. Take your arms up one more time. And then exhale, come forward to hands and knees. So just transition. Tabletop. Start to move either through some cat-cows or anything that feels good. So hip circles, child's pose. You can come forward towards up dog, cobra, heart opener of your choice. You can stretch your wrists, your forearms by playing around with the direction you face your fingertips. And then make sure your breath is still there, so it's still slow and steady. You still have the awareness of it. Good. Let's say in your next 3, 4, or 5 rounds of breath, downward facing dog. So as you move back into your down dog, just keep that exploration going. Keep breathing, keep stretching, maybe pedal out your heels, move your hips side to side. Spread your fingers really wide and almost as if you're taking energy from the ground. So push the ground away and like you're moving energy from the ground all the way up through your arms, through your side bodies, and then feel that connection to your center, that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button, tugging back. So really lengthen and breathe into that length. Soften through your face, unclench your jaw. Loosen up through your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyelids. Take one more great big huge inhalation. Lift your hips even higher. Exhale, look to the top of your mat. However you want to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels, and come into your little tiny potato bug ball. So butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. You can keep your heels down or you can lift your heels up. You can keep your fingertips down or you can lift your arms and wrap them around the fronts of your shins. Give yourself a squeeze and get as compact as you can as you exhale. Nice, Eddie. Take one more great big breath. Breathe into your back body, your back ribs. Exhale all the way to empty. Find your center. Halfway lift, heels down, spine long. So spine parallel to the earth. Exhale, fold, bow. Do that one more time. Halfway lift position. So stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward. Exhale, let it go. Now go ahead and just roll up super, super slowly. So maybe a big bend in your knees, arms heavy, head heavy. All the way up to stand. Your head is the very last thing to stack up. Once your head stacks, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. You can do that a couple times, few rounds. You can keep your big toes touching or you can widen your stance, whatever feels better in your body. Shoulders roll back and down, palms face forward, open, receptive. Yeah, close your eyes and stand with awareness for a moment. Root through your feet, draw up through the crown of your head. From the inside, feel optimal alignment within your own body. Feel your breath flowing through all the little spaces. Stay as you are. Breathe in as big as you can. Feel your breath move through you. Hold. Open mouth sigh, let it go. Ujjayi, inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. So heart reaches forward, butt reaches back, and then all the way down, forward folds. Halfway lift position, inhale. Exhale, fold, let it go. This time, reverse swan dive to stand. So lead with your heart. Inhale, take your arms up, gaze up, stretch tall. Hands to heart center, exhale. One more time like that. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, ride your breath down slowly. Inhale, spinal extension. How much length can you create? Fill up as big as you can with breath. Exhale, bow and fold. Now all the way to empty. So navel to spine connection. Lead with your heart, rise. Inhale, arms reach. Hands to heart, exhale. Nice job. Inhale, take your arms up. And then this time, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. So roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. If you want more, press your palms together and try to squeeze your elbows towards each other. Without locking out your elbows, hands start to reach back away from your body. And then maybe even add a little back bend so heart lifts, knuckles towards the ground. Take one more big inhale. Hands stay clasped. Lead with your heart. Hinge at your hips. Dive down. Forward fold. See if you can keep your hands clasped. Inhale, halfway lift. So use that strength in your back body to lengthen. Nice, Eddie. Exhale, fold. Keep your fingers interlaced for about 2 more rounds. Relax your neck. Bend your knees more if that feels better. See if you can lift your knuckles, lift your sit bones. One more in breath. Exhale, hands to your low back. Go ahead and release. Let your arms hang down. Shake them out gently. Maybe shake your head yes and no. All right, when you're ready, plank position. So plant your hands and step your feet back. You can modify it if you want to. Knees come down if you'd like. Inhale at the top and then slowly lower down. Spiderman Cobra with your in-breath. So hands out wide, lift to your fingertips. Inhale, heart lifts. Twist to your right. Exhale, dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, back to center. Lift your heart, tone through your low belly. Other side, exhale. Good. Back to center. Lift your heart. Exhale, release. Let it go. Tabletop, hands and knees. All right, from hands and knees, let's take our left leg out to the left. So like a half wide-legged straddle. Toes face forward, heel comes straight out from your hip. Take your right arm out to the right, and then all the way up to the sky. Big inhale, reach as high as you can. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath. So reach through and then come down to rest on the outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. Big, deep breaths. If you can feel your breath in your back body especially. So upper back, mid back, low back. Take a couple more rounds. Exhale, navel to spine connection. And if you do have your left hand lifted, bring your left hand back to the earth. Next time you breathe in, unthread your right arm, reach it up high, open up through the right side of your heart. Set your right hand down, exhale. Pick up your left foot and swing your left leg all the way over so your left toes come off the right side of your mat. Now pull your hips over to the left and gaze back over your right shoulder. So I like to bend my elbows and really kind of push the ground away as I round my spine. You can explore, so feel into your body and find what feels best for you, your own little sweet spot, if you will. One more round. End of your exhale, tabletop, hands and knees. And then just take it back, downward facing dog. Great big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop forward, fold. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Inhale, arms to the sky. Big stretch, get as tall as you can. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, arms reach up. Side body stretch to the right. So send your hips to the left, upper body over to the right. You can take whatever variation you choose. So grab hold of your left wrist, interlace your fingers, right hand to right hip for a little more support. Just breathe into your left side. Yeah. Soften through your face. Keep your left shoulder plugged in. So pull it back and down. Take one more big full body breath. Inhale, back up, reach up, realign. And then with your exhale, up and over other side. So more weight in your right foot. Try to stay rooted through the inner edge of your right foot. Sometimes I like to reach my left toes out to the left. So your variation, your expression. And then make sure your breath is right there. Big, expansive. Breathe into your right rib cage, right waistline. One more round. Right shoulder stays plugged in. Inhale back up. Exhale, release, and slowly dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift position. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale, slowly lower. Spiderman Cobra, lift your heart. You might not go quite as high. Bend your right knee and then press into your right fingertips. Roll onto the outside of your left hip. So you're reaching your right toes towards the ground behind you. And then stay up on your left fingertips. Let your left shoulder kind of dip down. Breathe deeply. If you want to take it further, reach your right toes towards your left hand behind you. Keep a little tone in your low belly to protect your low back. One more round. End of your exhale, slowly release. Come back through center and switch sides. So right leg now extends, left knee bends. Roll onto the outside of your right hip. Left tiptoes come down behind you. Nice, Eddie. Let your right shoulder dip down. Feel the stretch there. Maybe reach your left toes up towards your right hand to go a little further. One last breath. End of your exhale, come back and release. Lower down. Let's take a child's pose. So for just a moment, sit your hips back to your heels. Rest your forehead on your mat. If you would like to turn it into embryo, reach your hands back to grab your heels. Breathe into your back body. Slow, steady breath. If you'd like, maybe an open mouth sigh. And then rise up, hands and knees, tabletop position. Extend your right leg out to the right, toes face forward, and your heel goes straight out from your hip. Left arm out to the left, all the way up. Big inhale, reach, open, and then exhale. Thread your left arm through, come down, resting gently on the outside of your shoulder, very gently on the outside of your head. Breathe into your upper back, mid back, low back. Feel that connection to center at the bottom of each exhalation. Soften through your face. Unclench your jaw. Last couple rounds. If you do have your right hand lifted, start to bring your right hand back down. With your next inhale, unthread your left arm, reach it all the way up one more time. And left hand comes down. Pick up your right foot, swing your right tiptoes off the left side of your mat. Pull your hips to the right, gaze back over your left shoulder, maybe bending one or both elbows, maybe rounding, arching. One last great big breath. Back to tabletop. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Now listen, keep your right foot where it's at and just step your left foot to the back of your mat. Low lunge. So bring your back knee down today. And if you want to, if you need extra cushion, you can fold over the side of your mat. Hands up to your front thigh. Good. Maybe walk your front foot forward just a little so it gives you more space to move into. Keep your left hip facing directly forward with your hands on your front thigh. Start to sit your right butt cheek towards your right heel. Keep lifting through your heart, toning through your belly. So navel to spine connection. Good. If you feel like you need the support of your hands on your thigh, keep them there. Otherwise, arms reach up, navel to spine. Lift your heart, gaze up. Right butt cheek towards your right heel. Breathe down into your hips. Press down into your right heel very firmly. And even imagine you're trying to pull back with your right heel just a little bit. Take one more big inhale. Gaze up, reach a little higher. Exhale, bring your hands down. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee up. So now your back leg is strong. Let's twist. Right arm to the sky. So open up. Breathe down to your belly. Use your exhale to wring out. Find power in your back leg. Hug your right knee towards your left armpit. Take one last round. End of your exhale, release. Walk both hands over to the left long edge of your mat. Find your wide-legged straddled position. Nice job, Eddie. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then exhale, let it go. Fold about 5 rounds anywhere you want to go to explore this pose. So you can stay in one place and you can move around. Just make sure your breath is right there with you. All right, about 2 more. Work the length through the backs of your legs. Try not to rock back into your heels. Stay rooted through the inner edges of your feet, outer edges. Press through the pads of your toes, balls of your feet especially. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift. Fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees if needed. Crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, and then tiny little potato bug ball. So step your back foot forward, curl in, big toes touch, round your spine. Stay where you're at or wrap your arms around your shins. One more breath, maybe one big squeeze. Halfway lift position, heels down, spine long. Inhale. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet. Take it all the way up. Big stretch. Breathe in. Hands to heart. Exhale. Press to movement for just a second. Inhale, arms reach up. Side body stretch over to the right, hips go left, your own. So whatever feels good in your body, back through the center. You can mix it up if you want to. Other side, exhale, up and over, side body stretch. Inhale up. Add a little baby back bend, cactus your arms. Lift your heart, gaze up. Exhale all the way to empty navel to spine. Inhale, reach. Swan dive down. Stick your butt out, reach your heart forward. So lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Maybe your knees are really bent. Then fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, listen, let it go. Left foot stays where it's at. Step your right foot back. Low lunge, bring your back knee down gently and bring your hands up to your front thigh. Back toes can stay tucked under to stabilize your shins, or you can actively press through your toenails if you untuck them. So maybe walk your front foot forward a bit and then think left butt cheek. That looks good, Eddie. Nice job. Left butt cheek towards your left heel. So let your hips move forward and down, but keep lifting through your heart, toning through your belly. Don't let your right hip turn out to the right. If you need the support of your hands on your front thigh, keep them there. Otherwise, take your arms up. Keep breathing. Press into your left heel energetically. Even imagine you're trying to drag your left heel back. Move your left butt cheek towards your heel. Lift your heart. Soften your face. One more big in-breath. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. So now we've got strong legs for our revolve lunge, left arm to the sky. Yeah, imagine you're trying to pull your left hip back, but then at the same time, left knee hugs towards your right armpit. Back leg strong and powerful. Breathe down into your belly to work your twist. One last round. End of your exhale, unwind. Walk your hands to the right long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet, straighten up your legs. Halfway lift on an inhale. And then exhale takes you into your fold or wherever you want to go, about 5 rounds. Slow, intentional breath. With your next inhale, halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees if needed. And then start to walk your hands forward as you rotate your toes forward and then step forward. Tiny little potato bug ball, get small, curl in, hands down, or wrap your arms. One more deep breath. All the way to empty as you exhale, super compact with your body. Halfway lift, breathe in, stick your butt out, reach your head forward. Fold, exhale. Root through your feet, rise to stand. Big stretch at the top, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Breath to movement one more time, right here, inhale, reach. Side body stretch to the right, hips to the left. Make it your own, switch it up if you want to. Inhale through center. Other side, up and over with your exhalation. Inhale back to center. Baby back bend, cactus your arms. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades so it comes from mid and upper back, not lower. Inhale, re-extend. And then take it all the way down on your exhale. Continue with the flow, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank or modified. Inhale at the top. Exhale, chaturanga. Back bend of your choice. And then child's pose. Hips to your heels, forehead to your mat. Turn it into an embryo if you want to. Reach back, grab hold of your heels. Breathe into your back body. Just feel the ground underneath you, its support, its stability. Feel your breath, slow it down if it's sped up, smooth it out. In your next couple rounds, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And then try not to move through your hands or your shoulders. Open up your right hip. So bend your right knee, reach your right knee out, and then lift it up. Squeeze through your outer right butt cheek. Hug in with your left inner thigh. Press down through both hands. Take one more big inhale here. Now exhale, pigeon pose. So slow, 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 and intentional. Come forward, set your right shin down, set your body down. Good. So right knee wider than your right hip. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Keep pulling your right hip back as your heart goes forward for your humble pigeon. And if you want to take this on your back instead, supine variation of it, that's totally fine with me. Breathe down into your hips. Soften with each exhale. Take about 5 more rounds. See if you can make your breath even bigger and even deeper. See if you can find a pause at the top of each inhale, the bottom of each exhale. So you're not just going inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's a pause. Inhale, pause, and let it go all the way to empty pause. So really find a slow and steadiness to your breath. No rush in the breath. Last couple breaths if you'd like. Big sigh for your exhale. All right, slowly begin to lift your upper body. We're going to come into a 3-legged tabletop. So plant your hands, tuck your back toes, scoot your back knee forward, and then just take your right leg back. So you're in a 3-legged tabletop. Give your right leg a little shake out, just gently. And then pivot on your left knee. So your left foot comes off the side of your mat. We're moving into a modified side plank. So right arm reaches up, open up. Maybe take your right arm towards me, forward. So bicep next to your ear. And then possibly bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your right foot. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. See if you can rotate your heart to look up towards the sky, wherever you are at. One more huge breath. End of your exhale, super slowly and intentionally release. Come back to hands and knees. And then however you want to get back to your down dog. So maybe a couple cat cows, maybe a couple hip circles, maybe a vinyasa. Eventually downward facing dog. Find your breath, big and spacious. Next time you inhale, left leg to the sky. Try not to move or shift through your hands or your shoulders as you open up your left hip. So just like your left hip is a hinge on a door, your left leg is the door. It swings open, it opens up. Squeeze through your outer left glute. Activate your left foot. Press down through your hands. Lift from your center. One more in breath. Lots of length. Exhale, pigeon. So slowly and intentionally, left shin comes forward, set your body down. Pull your left hip back and up. So plug the femur bone in. Keep that as you bow. Activate your front toes like you're trying to spread them. And then big breath. Slow breath. Exhales that last a little bit longer than your inhales. Take about 4 more breaths. If you want to open mouth sigh for your last couple rounds. All right, slowly start to find your way up. 3-legged tabletop. So plant your hands, scoot your knee forward, take your left leg back, give it that gentle shake out. And then when you're ready, modified side plank. So pivot on your right knee, right foot comes out behind you, left arm to the sky. Good, Eddie, press your hips forward. Maybe reach your left arm forward towards me. So bicep next to your ear, lengthen. Stay here or move into your bind. Bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold. Work the pose. So spread your toes, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Try to kick your foot back rather than up. And then rotate your heart up. One last round. Big, huge breath. End of your exhale. Slowly let it go. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. And then just for a moment, walk it out in your down dog. If you want, you can take one final vinyasa on your own. And then end of your next exhale, just set your knees down gently and find a child's pose one more time. So knees wide or knees together, somewhere in between, hips to your heels, forehead to your mat. If you want to take embryo, reach back, grab hold of your heel. Breathe into your low back. Inhale, hands and knees. And then exhale, just find your way into a seat. So cross your ankles, sit your hips back over your heels, take your legs out in front of you. And we're just gonna bring soles of our feet together, knees wide. So bring your feet in as close as you can without feeling like your tailbone rolls underneath you. So imagine that you're gonna stick your butt out behind you when we fold forward. Grab hold of the front of your ankles, pull your shoulders back, reach your heart forward, reach your butt back. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, take it down as far as you can. So first lengthening and then let your spine, your upper spine, your neck round. And keep your hands on your legs, or you can crawl your hands forward. So reaching through your fingertips, finding more length there as well. Big deep breaths into your back body and then all the way down into your hips. Press your heels together. Soften your face. About 3 more. End of your next exhale, roll up slowly, so 1 vertebra at a time. Keep your legs in this position and lower onto your back. So if you don't have enough space behind you, scoot forward as much as you need, and then lower down. Once you are laying on your back, if this bothers your low back at all, slide your feet a little further away from your upper body. All right, so arms down by your sides, palms face down. Press your heels firmly together. Next time you breathe in, lift your butt up. So press your heels, lift your butt, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze through your glutes. And imagine you're trying to press your knees towards the ground as you lift your hips towards the sky. Keep lifting, keep squeezing your glutes. One more big inhale, lift, squeeze, and exhale, let it go. Rest for a moment. And if you want to, you can just kind of flutter your knees up and down. Again, if this bothers your low back, slide your feet further away from your upper body. We're going to do 2 more rounds like that. So arms down by your sides, palms face down, press your heels, exhale. Inhale, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Like somebody's pressing your knees down and you are trying to lift your hips up. So lift, lift, lift. 1 more big breath. Squeeze, lift, and release. Rest for a moment. 1 more time. Press your heels, press your palms down, exhale in your breath. Inhale, lift your butt up as high as you're able to. Squeeze through your outer glutes. Squeeze, press your knees down, press your hips up. So if I came and tried to press your knees down, you would be resisting. Lift, 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 squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 1 more big inhale. Press your heels, lift your butt, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, release. Bring your knees up. Feet wide, so to the width of your mat, and let your knees fall in. So we're just doing the opposite now. Our feet were together, our knees were apart. Now our feet are apart, our knees are together. You can leave your arms where they're at, or maybe bring 1 hand to your heart space, 1 hand to your low belly, and just notice for a moment the rise and fall of your breath. Slow and steady. Feel the space in your low back here. Breathe into that space. Let it expand even more with each inhale. Soften with each exhale. All right, and then from here, tee out your arms or cactus your arms. Keep your feet wide and start to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Go slowly, mindfully, so not rushing through, but make this movement as interesting as possible. Maybe flexing your toes and actively working your knees as far as they will go to one side and then the other. All right, bring your knees to center. So finish the round you're on. Bring your knees back up. Walk your feet in so they're about hips width distance apart. Set up for a bridge pose. So arms down by your sides, palms face the ground. All 10 toes should face forward, and your heels, your ankles should be straight down from your knees. Exhale to pull your belly button down and scoop your tailbone up first. Then inhale, peel your spine 1 vertebra at a time off your mat. All right, wherever you want to take it. So maybe you interlace your fingers, kind of working your shoulders underneath. Maybe you take robot arms. Maybe you take a supported bridge at home if you have something to support you. Hug in with your inner thighs, root down through your heels and the inner edges of your feet especially. So you're not collapsing into the inner edges of your feet, but you're pressing actively. Heels are rooted, maybe even pick up your toes and spread them. Feel your breath move down into your low belly. Imagine you're trying to reach your knees and shins forward, so lengthen through the tops of your thighs, front of your hips. Take about 2 more rounds here. Feel the strength in your back body, the back line of your body. Okay, stay in your bridge. So keep your feet rooted and your hips lifted. If your shoulders are underneath you, work them out from under you. Reach your arms straight up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Take one more inhale, lift your hips, press through your heels. Keep your hands reaching up as you slowly roll down, super, super, super slowly. And then go back to your windshield wipers one more time. So once your spine is back to neutral, feet come out wide. Make sure to bring your feet out wider than your hips so you can open up space in your low back. Take it side to side. And this time we're gonna hold. So next time you fall to the right with your knees, just stay there. Option to bring the outer edge of your right foot to the outside of your left knee if you'd like. Gaze up or over your left shoulder. End of your next exhale, release your foot if it's on the outside of your knee, and then switch to the other side. So knees come through center, fall to the left. Outer edge of left foot, outside of right knee if you'd like. Slow, intentional breath. And end of your next exhale, release your foot from your leg if it's there. Bring your knees up. Happy baby. So knees to the outsides of your ribs, soles of your feet face the sky. Grab hold of the outer edges of your feet if you can. If that's too much, inner edges are big toes, ankles, shins, or backs of your thighs. You're holding your feet pressed up through your heels as you pull down using the strength in your arms. You can rock side to side for a moment. You can even stretch one leg out long and then the other, both at the same time. And then from your happy baby, turn it into a tiny little potato bug ball on the ground. So just curling in, you can lift your head if you want to and give yourself a squeeze, or you can keep your head on the ground and give yourself a squeeze. One more big breath, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release, full body stretch. So legs long, arms long. Big inhale to actively reach as long as you can. Keep your arms and legs where they're at, but big exhale and just let everything relax and let go. Everything softens. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, actively reach. As you actively reach, press down through the backs of your ribs. Exhale, everything lets go. Last time. Great big inhale. Get as long as you possibly can. Reach. Press down through the backs of your ribs so you feel a connection to the center. Let it go. Bring your arms down by your sides. Palms face the sky. So bring your arms out as wide as you need to. So you can allow your palms to face up, your shoulders to open slightly, your heart to open slightly. Let your breath become effortless. And let your body fully relax here for the remainder of our practice. So I will bring you out of Shavasana today in a few minutes. If you're at home, you can leave, drift off on your own. If you'd like to stay, we'd love to have you. So just letting go, soaking in all the energy, all the effort from our practice today. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Start to bring gentle movement back into your body. Eventually, no rush. Transition onto either side, fetal position. You can use your arm as a little pillow for your head if you'd like. And just take a moment as you rest on your side. Let everything from your practice, anything that came through for you, anything you felt, anything you want to take with you, just let it absorb in. Visualize that in some way that makes sense to you. Using the strength in your arms, staying as relaxed as possible. Come back to your seated meditation. So sit up tall, eyes closed, hands gathered at heart center. Bow your head to your heart. Acknowledge yourself for showing up on your mat, taking time out of your day to do your practice. Connect with a deeper part of who you are. Thank you for letting me guide you. Namaste.
Let's see if Rich made it till Shavasana. Nope. Just me and you.